Let's take a quick look at the MTG Marvel Legends Agent Anti-Venom crossover figure, along with a little bit of history about this character's relatively short amount of time in the comic books. Just about everyone is familiar with the original Venom, Eddie Brock, the disgraced journalist turned enemy of Spider-Man turned frenemy of Spider-Man turned anti-hero in his own right turned King in Black turned just about every possible thing that a comic book character can be turned into. But Agent Venom is actually Flash Thompson. That's right, Peter Parker's old high school bully. Agent Venom was a period of time in the comics when the symbiote had been acquired by the government and entrusted to Flash Thompson, who was an ex-soldier. The Agent Venom period of the comics is honestly a really interesting story in its own right and would deserve its own video to really go into the depths. It leads all the way to Flash getting into space, working with the Guardians of the Galaxy, finding out that the symbiote's actual species name is Clintar, or at least that's how I've always pronounced it. Maybe it's Clintar, I don't know. Then you have Anti-Venom, who was originally Eddie Brock and was still a variation of the original symbiote that had infected Peter all that time back. That's another story that, again, deserves its own video. Hopefully, if we get a figure of Anti-Venom at some point in the future, I would love to make a video about him. But Agent Anti-Venom is another step removed from even Anti-Venom. During a period when the symbiote had been removed from Flash and returned to Eddie Brock, Flash went on a desperate hunt to return to it and hopefully save it from Eddie Brock. During the altercation between the two men, Spider-Man shows up and attempts to help by overturning a vat of anti-symbiote serum that had been developed by Alchemax to destroy the symbiote. But by doing this, it actually adhered itself to the portion of the symbiote that was still attached to Flash, turning him into this new Agent Anti-Venom persona. And that's really what I love so much about comics, because when you consider the fact that this character started in the 60s as a high school bully for Peter, and has gone all the way from soldier in Afghanistan to spacefaring superhero to now a second iteration on an already offshoot of the original symbiote design, it's just insane and over the top and everything that I love about comic books. And on top of that, you can't deny that this is a great design.